Welcome back everyone, welcome back to Let's Play NEO Scavenger Blind. We have been approached by some woman that called herself the ATN Warrior or something like that. And she's from the ATN Enclave, and that's where we're going at the moment. So, let's see, can we actually see it? No. So, this should be interesting. She said that the talisman we were wearing was, was familiar to her. So, we certainly are wondering what that's all about. Well, we're getting very close now, and it's very dark. Come on, a little more. Sun, don't fail me now. There's the Enclave. There we go. Oh, it's just... I thought it was actually going to be some kind of a building or something, but it's just some... Ugh. Has severe stomach pains. Excellent. Starving, weak with thirst. Parched, starving, diarrhea, poisoned too. Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant. So we need to immediately drink a lot of stuff. Let's drink. Well, at least we're not thirsty. So we can survive for a lot longer. Oh, the forest here has eyes. More than a few times now, you could swear you've seen something in the periphery. You never do catch it, but it's there. You're in a forest and something is watching you. You're almost certain of it. Continue into the forest. Whatever. This thing can go stuff itself. You're going in. Plodding onward, all seems still again. You begin to wonder if what you saw was your mind playing tricks on you. Or maybe you passed into and then out of a creature's territory. Your thoughts are interrupted when you notice something a ways off to your side. It's humanoid in shape and wearing clothes, but has a face as white as plaster, with a raccoon-like blackness where its eyes should be. Oh, bloody hell, it's staring right at you and it makes your neck chill. Call out to it, get ready to fight, run away, hide. What the hell is that? Ducking behind a tree, you start looking for escape routes out of sight, but something collides with you, knocking you into the dirt. It has you. You can feel its grip on your arms, its weight on your back. With expert skill, it pins you and begins choking you out. Your vision tints red, then gets spotty, and then you're examining plants in a field. What? It's raining. That was this cryo facility, and maybe you forgot your head is throbbing, and your neck's sore too. Your head is lolling from being suspended from wrist and ankle bindings. You're being carried. You can't see anything, but the sounds of forest are clear. Whatever's carrying you makes no sound, though. Like, really, no sounds. This can't be good. Minutes of silent traveling later, you begin to hear the sounds? Oh, you begin to hear sounds. Not forest sounds, but people sounds. Tools being worked, a crack from a fire. Oh, so they brought me to the ATN Enclave, hopefully. Voices startle you from your strained listening. Your captors are talking, but not in English, not in anything you recognize. One of them calls out, and a distant voice responds. It sounds like you're entering a camp of some kind. You smell wood burning. Your arrival causes a stir, and you stop moving for a moment. More talking. You're turned in place a bit, and then taken away from the heat of the flame for a while. Ugh. Finally, your journey stops, your bindings and blindfold removed. As the blurriness clears, you see that you're in a village. Dome-like buildings surround a great fire, with equal parts animal hide and repurposed junk for walls and shelter. Around the village, a mix of regular folk and chalk-faced warriors go about their business. Many are more than casually interested in your arrival. You're taken to a meeting area near the great fire. In front of you, a portly, middle-aged woman stands by one of the warriors. Her jacket is the color of a sunset, against which is silhouetted a majestic grey crane. "Hey, man," she says. "Pretty crazy gig we got here, right?" She looks around as if arriving here with you for the first time. "Oh," she reaches a hand forward. "Michelle, I usually get roped into talking to foreigners. Sorta comes with a badge." She points her thumb at the crane. "Ajijag do them." What? "Come on." She turns towards the village. "Let's walk." A small entourage in tow, you walk idly towards the fire. "I gotta ask," Michelle begins. "You know a Philip?" She begins a careful... she's being careful not to telegraph too much, but you can tell this is the big thing on her mind. "Never heard of him." "Yeah, that's me." "My name's Philip Kindred," you reply. "Does that count?" I knew it! She pumps her fist like she just won a bet. Old Ghostface McStabberson back there here had you figured for a grave robber. What's with Ghostface? You know me? You know me? So wait, you interrupt. You know me? Yeah, she exclaims. Well, no, not personally. Here, she steers you towards a hut. Warm light spills from within, and she draws back a flap to reveal a mixture of handmade and recycled furnishings. Michelle reaches over a cluttered desk and pulls a frame down from amidst dried roots, photos, and other mementos on the wall. She hands the frame to you. You hold the frame up, examining the yellowed photograph. It appears to be a newspaper clipping, done in that old small-town print where the colors don't line up. It's you. Or at least someone who looks just like you. You've been here before, she says, looking over your shoulder. And check out the talisman. You look incredulously at her a moment, then closer at the photo. Sure enough, you're wearing the talisman. The photo's caption reads, "Local website editor rekindles interest in native history." You flip the frame over, looking for more, but there is only one thing scrawled in the back. September 2019. Michelle asks a question. My turn, she says. Where you been hiding since this? She holds up the photo. And more importantly, how come you don't look any older? Tell her about Geiger's cryo facility. Lions say I don't know. Well, let's tell her. Ever heard of Geiger's cryo facility? Might as well cut to the chase. I guess that explains a few things. She ponders. She ponders. Unfortunately, you continue, I can't tell you much more than that. I can't remember anything before coming out of cryo. It's like the hibernation wiped my memory. She still looks deep in thought. What is a talisman? How long ago was this? Why am I in this photo? Okay, what is a talisman? So, wait, do you know anything about this talisman? This is getting more complicated, not less. Know anything about it? My man, we made it for you! Then she adds, well, sort of. You just stare, dumbfounded. Oh, this is good. She seems delighted at your confusion. Let me explain, she begins, faking bad English. It's a protective talisman, she starts. Some ancestors carried pieces of copper for both luck and protection. This one, she points at yours, you brought to us. My father said you were hiding from a spirit and that you needed protection from it. She continues, the symbolism isn't ours, I don't recognize it, and I'm not sure where you got it, she admits. But my father asked the Midwini of Nuka Dudum, you call them medicine men, to give this talisman power to protect you. The spirit wouldn't harm you while it was on. Was that why we weren't harmed in that abandoned house where we got the urn? It was a powerful ritual, she recalls. It's one of the events my father recounted on several occasions. She points at the talisman again. That thing was a big deal around here. Why am I in this photo? A spirit was after me? Did you say spirit? She holds up her palms. Hey man, your words, not mine. My father said you were talking about something hunting you. For what? What did I do? Don't ask me. I don't even know if you told my father. Well, then what was the spirit? Oh man, my father probably could have told you. You had some pretty specific instructions, and not all of them were germane to us, if you get my drift. Germane? What do you mean? Like foreign? Yeah. This is the thing you were running from. It wasn't ripped from the pages of our history, if you know what I mean. We've never seen nor heard of it. Still, she concedes, some spirits are like that. Not everyone sees them the same. Can you help me get rid of it? Worth a shot, right? Me? Probably not. She concedes your hopes take a dive. I'm not even sure the people could do it. You mean the Anishinaabe? Yeah, sorry. She chuckles. That's just our word for the people. Anishinabeg, actually, for plural. Anyway, she hurries to add, this is a spirit from someplace else. How do I get rid of spirit? So what now? Suppose I want to get rid of this thing chasing me, 'cause, you know, I do. What next? Well, she ponders, somehow you got its attention, right? Shouldn't be an apostrophe here. I mean, something made you seek us out when you did, and not before. You're thinking whatever that was might be a clue? Totally, she thinks a minute more. You did come to us after you work on that website, the New Earth Ostrakhan thing. So, spirits don't like the internet? She chuckles. Think about it a sec. You had to knock on a fair number of doors to get that info, right? Probably disturbed more than one spirit digging up that data. So, you muse sarcastically, we've narrowed it down to any paranormal occurrence listed on a website, trying to list every single one in history. She laughs. Yeah, now you're getting it. You shake your head. Seriously though, she holds up a binder. We printed off a section, and this place ain't exactly high-tech, you know? I'm thinking there's gotta be a more complete copy out there somewhere. You mean like the cyber cafe down the block? Jeez, man, stop being such a downer. Sorry, you say more calmly. Optimism's a lot of work these days. So is being mopey all the time. It's out there, she says. Has to be. I mean, this data was on everyone's computer at one point, right? At least everyone who's contributed to it. That's true. It can't be wiped out from everywhere, she reasons. And if it is, then you're screwed, Philip. That brings a smile to your face. Well, at least we agree on that. Come on, she says. Let's show you around. She starts heading towards the Great Fire. You're standing in the Anishinaabe Tribal Nations Gathering area by the Great Fire. Around you, you see an area where people are sharing a meal together and a trader of goods. Further away, you see a cluster of huts near a sweat lodge, where Joe the Nuke Midwinnie tends to the sick and wounded. Visit Joe, sit down for a meal, browse the trading post. Let's sit down for a meal. You approach the long table and find an open place on the bench. The food here is plentiful and appears to be a mix of roasted and dried meats, roasted corn and maize, baked squash and beans. Wow. There is also an assortment of berries and other fruit. Overall, the meat is hearty with diverse flavors of savory and sweet. It fills your stomach, briefly allowing your mind to wander from minute to minute survival. Oh, we're still malnourished though. Oh, a hearty meal, and it's only taken us that far up. The feeling here is one of sharing and respect. Visitors to the table are asked to pay respects to the animals that gave their meat, the three sisters for their fruits and all creation. In the distance you see fields of crops, but also semi-trailers, sheets of tarp over frames, and other repurposed grow-ups for their food. You begin to understand the real sense of urgency that perimeter patrols must feel watching over this place. The fine line they walk in keeping rubble scum out, but allowing peaceful travelers' passage. You're standing in the... Let's have another meal then. Nom 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 nom. Another one. Nom 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 nom. Another one. I'm gonna eat everything. Everything you have. Nom 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 nom. There we go. I'm pretty filled up now. Let's visit Joe. You head towards a cluster of tents near the edge of the camp by the forest. Patients reside here, helping to tend the area, many of which are in rehabilitation. What? Rehabilitation? Okay, from drug addiction or other conditions. Warriors are more visible here, keeping the peace in an area where frustration and desperation can overcome the healing. Ahead there is an oblong dome hut from which steam emanates into the cool air. A man adorned in bear symbology seems to be preparing the hut. This is Joe, Midwinnie of the Nuke Dudum. ATN main area, ask Joe to treat illness, clean and dress wounds. Members of the Nuke Dudum, under supervision of Joe, have learned how to treat wounds and stop bleeding. Cuts are irrigated with clean water and treated with herbal antiseptic if necessary. Fractured bones are set and splinted. Much of the pain still lingers and it'll take time for your body to mend, but at least your wounds are stabilized. Okay, excellent. What about illness? Do you have any? In Anishinaabe medicine, much of the focus is on purifying the body and spirit. The role of heat, smoke, and steam is to infuse the patient with spiritual energy, believed to be symbolized when smoke and steam emanate from sacred items. In the sweat lodge, Joe conjures this spiritual energy, the spirit of earth, by pouring water on heated stones. The steam and burning sage fill the room and your lungs, replacing negative energies with positive. There is an indirect science to the medicine as well. Having observed the animal world's interaction with nature, certain plants and animals have been singled out for their healing properties. Bear root, boiled in water to extract the medicine, can have restorative effects. Some have been reported illnesses waning under its effects. Chewing on the root and sipping the tannin tea, your body gains newfound energy for combating illness. You thank Joe for his time and his help, then leave the lodge. Excellent. Let's go to the main area. Let's browse the trading post. The trading post seemed to be a place where travelers resupply and offload items, which may be of use to the Anishinaabe. A large portion of the inventory appears to be handmade items from local materials and some scavenged goods. Pick up items to purchase them and drop them to sell. Okay. What? Oh. I need to go here. Oh, what the hell is that? A bow! Oh, a bow! And it's to a bloody 100. This one looks very nice. A spear. A crude bow. I'm more interested in this composite one. Bloody hell. It's 200 though. Soft birch bag. Smudge stick. Oh, that's a torch. Berries. Okay, so you can see these are fine. These are not poison. Half a pair of binoculars. Sling. Small chunk of meat. Club. Interesting. Some crude arrows. Oh, this is what I want. A squirrel snare. It's so cheap. I definitely want that. So let's sell this stuff. I mean, it's the same here as it was everywhere else, right? Let's check. Yeah, it is, I believe. So I'm not losing any money. Right, let's sell all this stuff. There we go. That's quite nice. This and the cleavers. Don't really need, I guess. Crude arrow I'm gonna keep for now. I'm gonna get rid of this as well for now. 71, I'm gonna get rid of this one. I'm gonna get rid of one of these. Don't really need it. And these things, I guess. If it breaks down, it breaks down. Okay. So I already got 216. That's pretty nice. Let's see stuff over here. I've got lots of bullets, which are very expensive. Oh, 94. Nice. What's this? 88. Okay. There we go. 363. I can also sell the wrench, but maybe not. I have a feeling I'm not going to be really good with this bow, but 100% this patchwork tunic. I think I'm gonna get this one, yeah. There we go. And the squirrel snare, of course, I want that. I guess the bow. I think I'm gonna buy it. Crude bow. Bow. Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy it. Let's put this here. Okay, let's buy the bow. There we go. And lots of arrows, of course. No, come on. Just put them together. Oh, it's... okay, 5 is the maximum. There we go. Excellent. So now I have some hopes. Oh, 10 and T. I have some hopes of getting those deer and such. I could get half a pair of binoculars as well. Or I can sell this as well, because it's apparently, unfortunately, useless. Huh, I can't actually. Oh well, never mind that. Okay, that was pretty good. I might get some cured meat as well. For later. I'm gonna buy that. For laters. Okay, that's pretty good. Mushroom sling. Okay. Nice. Okay, we're gonna continue next time, and I've said okay in the past 10 seconds like 10 times now, so okay. I'm gonna see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.